To the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jackson looking to throw right away. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Play action. Now Jackson on the move to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Ready. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. The drive will start with an option going left. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. With the snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On second down, a run with ETN. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. He's going to air one out. But that's caught at the 25. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 50 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Let's go. Rock it.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now whistles here. And I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. A give, it's Etienne off the option. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And this one is right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson now. And he finds a man on a crossing route. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
We changed it.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
13.
Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So that, a good kick. We haven't talked about it much, but the wind is prevalent, and he drove that right into the wind.
Yeah, and don't forget the wind can swirl down there, too, so being able to read it, how it's coming, left to right, right to left, and to be able to execute that kick, that's pretty darn strong right there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
These 2 teams all tied after 1. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, 29 yards. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Hey, middle.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. For all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. Level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a 1st down. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw is a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay. 38 yards as his guys have now moved out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, middle. You change it.
Now Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. The Jackson going to run again. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call. They're opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see.
And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Let's go. Man.
A give to ETN running right. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
ETN once more. And some room to run now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On the
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, a give to Evans.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Jags first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Play clock down at 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Taking it about the 36. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Chad Muma brings him down on that one defensively.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson now.
Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews.
The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route.
And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On third down, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be fourth down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Jags have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This taken in at the goal line. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now it's Jackson being chased out left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's out right at the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Jackson to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will have... down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's got some space here. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive last time. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. Secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.